Well, guess we will be returning to Crow's Perch at some point in the future. Which was obvious, but...
Might catch something.
Yeah. People, excuse me, passing... Excuse me, passing through. Witcher would like to go on an adventure. Alright, finally, we are now fully on track to go to Mulbrydale, to go even further, and work our way towards Oxenfurt. Now, I saw the corpses, and I can't ignore them. So, boys, who would like to play? There's a lot of you. Who wants to? Do you want to? Sure. No. One at a time. One at a time. I'll gladly help all of you out. No. What did I just say? What did I just say? One at a time. Not all of you. That's not good. No. You. Do me a favor. Do me a favor. And hit the big glowy bubble.
Stench.
Always. Okay, so you made a few victims here. You had one florin on him. Not a lot, but it's something. And even more corpses. With dried fish. I am not sure if I even want to know, but... oh boy. Flowers. There are a lot of corpses here. Oh well. Anyway, how best to go to Mulbrydale? Go south and instantly to the left. It has been a long time since we've been there. Time certainly flies when you're running around in Velen. Oh dear, oh dear. But anyway, that smithy person right now has got me interested. Both for the fact that, oh, the last guy I saved actually played Gwent. And sold some decent stuff like Gwent cards. Which means, hey, maybe the smithy sells some. And even if he doesn't play Gwent or sell Gwent cards, well, he's a smithy. And I have got a lot of stuff to sell. So, where... I don't know what you said. I don't think I want to know. Greetings.
Gods bless you.
Do you have a problem with your door? I can fix that. See?
No!
Oh, that was not supposed to happen? Sorry, kid. And here I was just trying to help. I thought you couldn't enter this house anymore. Well, if this was not your house, then sure, by all means. The one time I tried to show my magic tricks, I scared the kids away. It's a horrible life. But that means I got some enhanced Tawny Owl. Wait, Tawny Owl. Do I even have the normal Tawny Owl? Yeah, I got the normal Tawny Owl. So I'm good. So this is even longer stamina regeneration. I'll take it. Better to have it than to not have it. A little bit of a blizzard too. Whenever you slay an enemy, time slows for a short period. Interesting. And also, we can't make any decoctions, but I do have the ingredients for white gold right now. I can make one of them. So if I were to make this, what becomes available? Quibrith, for example. Is there something that I would need? No, none of this is easily crafted. Nah, I think we're good in that case. I'll keep the white gold for emergencies, and...
chance the vermin will stay in the castle with it pouring like this.
in the meantime, there was supposed to be a smithy around here, right? I saved a guy. Where would I be able to find a person? Greetings, were you the person? Hi. Hi. Glad tidings. Our kin and kind have been rescued from captivity and are on their way home. We're particularly thrilled to be getting our blacksmith back. To the mysterious wanderer who saved them from their misfortune, you have our profound thanks. That will be me. Is the blacksmith going to fix this door? Because if not, I'll fix it for you. And there's more stuff. and Granian cuirass. I'll take it, and likewise will I figure out... Ooh. This has been abandoned for a while, and I'm taking it. What else have we got down here? Old sheepskin, empty bottle, treasure. Oh, now this is a sight to behold. Crossbow, hunting gauntlets, winestone, blunt bolts, enhanced cats. I have not even used the cat potion once, right? I don't know. Wonders of Serracania, water, Brother Adalbert's bestiary. Ooh, that might contain some information on, like, more creatures that I don't know about. Let's see. Each beast herein described in 2 manners ye may hunt. Either seek ye tracks, follow and strike the foulness wherever in its wild you find it, or lure it to a chosen place and engage it there in advantageous battle. The latter poses less risk, for the hunter exposes no chance for an unexpected fight. Note, however, that to lure a beast into a trap, first its tastes and behaviors ye must know. As for forktails, bait them thusly. Pound a stake in the soil, bind a goat to it, then hide ye in near-to shrubbery post-haste. Can we speak in normal English, please? The beast lured by the caprinoder will without fail soon come. If it's a griffin ye seek to slay, take ye buckthorn from deep water. The mighty stench of this herb is to griffins like fresh roasted meat of the primest sort, and so they will forthwith, though far away they might be. They will come. Turning to drowners and water hags, it is known to all and sundry that fish and rotting mollusks are their loves, and as for trolls, common hooch is their weakness. I'll keep hooch at the ready, but that does not give me any information on truly the weaknesses of beasts. Like, what do you expect me to do? Throw bottles of beer at the first troll that I find when I try to distract him during battle? Yeah, I don't think that's gonna work.
Fox and the shits take any that be hoarding a hog.
Yeah, exactly that. Swordsmith, are you already... You're not ready yet. Okay, if you don't mind, I'm gonna meditate here for an hour. I'm willing to purchase your stuff and I'm willing to sell you stuff. So if you two are willing, please, I want to buy stuff.
My guardian and protector.
Greetings.
I thank you, I do.
Will you thank me enough by playing a game of Gwent? No, first up, let me have a look at your goods.
Let me see what you're offering.
The most important thing is me getting rid of an armorer, not a swordsmith. That's good enough too, because that means I can sell some. Well, would you look at that, the guy does not have enough money to buy my Magdera cuirass, which is just a common item, but apparently worth a lot, and also really heavy. So, how about you dismantle some stuff for me, like the seashells? I'll pay you for it. I'll get the black pearls out of it, I can sell the black pearls, and normal pearls as well, might be handy. I don't even need if I truly need most of this stuff, but I have dumped enough to actually break down into things like a lot of silver ore and silver ingots, which is worth something in the end. So, in the meantime, do you happen to know any master armorers? Like, I've heard about master weaponsmiths, but...
Could you make a breastplate if I provided a master's diagram?
Nah, not could anyone else here. Except for... What was his?
Except for who?
There was one fellow. Fergus, a dwarf. Worked for me for a while. With an apprentice. Alas.
Oh, I've met them.
Know what became of him?
They were good at what they did. So they moved on to Crow's Perch. Baron. His men need smithing all the time. Look like they work there.
So they are indeed the best around. Well, good to know. Anyway, how about a round of Gwent? I mean, I know I saved you, but hey, I gotta show my might to someone. So, let's bet the full amount.
What would you say to a little game of Gwent?
I think we can all agree on that. Alright, well, let's get started. And Oh, you play monster deck. Oh, I don't like that idea. Okay, we got Sigismund Dijkstra. That's good. And we got Ferdinand Roach. Okay, I'm gonna... How many? 3. I think I want to get rid of you. And I want to get rid of Clearweather. I think. No, I want to keep Clearweather. I want to keep Clearweather just in case, and I'm gonna put Kira Metz away. Or a Crimson Reaver. Not really helping me in the long run. No decoys at all either. So, what's gonna happen is that you are most likely going to win this first round. I got a decoy, but you're not going to use a decoy. You instead are going to call out all the muster cards. Or not. Okay, what was your ability? Pick any weather cards from your deck and play it instantly. I want to keep this handy. Let's see. You know what? I'm gonna safeguard myself from any Scorch cards. I don't think someone like him would have a Scorch card, but it might be worth it nonetheless to actually keep a little bit handy. So, we're going to play all our artillery right over here. We have a Clearweather in case we need to actually get rid of some of his stuff. I'm both happy that you don't have the muster cards in your deck, but that means you might have them in your hand. Still though, this is working out for me. You're not as deadly as some of the other people. Ice Giant. Huh. Okay, surprisingly enough, the monster deck is also pretty heavy on the siege side. Did not expect that, to be honest. But that's no issue. The only issue I've got... Ooh, a Plague Maiden. The only issue I've got is if I'm going to use my Siege Master ability to place a Warhorn on top of here, if he has Scorch, it's gonna destroy everything at once. That's bad. Obviously. But we should be fine, right? We can outplay him. He's not coming up with any other specific cards like Weather and whatnot, which he can do, but... Right now we're still winning. Right now we're still winning. I at least got my medic for round 2 in case stuff goes bad. Right? No, you've passed. Okay, this is good for me. And the next round I can win too. Oh, even better. How about I can't use decoy on Roach, right? No, doesn't work. Well, in that case, I'm taking one of these away. And then I can use it in the next turn. Because I'm not going to let him win at all. Oh, and you keep the Frightener on the field. Okay, well that's no issue. Because I've got you. Please tell me you don't have Scorch though. That will be quite frightening. So, we're going to play you. And I'm gonna test something here. I'm gonna use my leader ability. Skyrocket this up to 12 in strength. If he then ends up using a Scorch card, it will only destroy that card, right? Okay, you know what? I thought the monster deck was a lot stronger, but this is like 2-2. That's not really that strong. I mean, I'm not complaining, but... Let's just say I expected more. From the monster deck that I previously faced, I expected a whole lot more. Oh, you think that's going to stop me? That's kind of cute that you think that's going to stop me. But this is why I keep a weather card handy. So, you back on the field. Everyone happy. You play your last card. Why don't you play your last card? I want to know what that last card was. Anyway, you on top of there, clear weather, and we win the day. That's one new GWENT card for my collection. Thank you, good sir. Thank you very much. That was a fun game. That's not a GWENT card. That's silver. I mean, I'll take it, but at the same time... I'm kinda disappointed. Does that mean that I got all the cards available from fighting people like you in a game of Gwent? I hope not, but if that be the case, well, so be it. And so we stand at a crossroads, basically. Either to travel
Not so fast, Roach.
all the way in that direction to the right, or all the way to the left. Both roads would take us to brand new places. Well, the left one maybe not entirely, but the right would bring us to brand new places, whereas the left would show us some new stuff, would allow us to at the very same time deal with the Woodland Beast contract, so that we can finally finish that off and cross it off of our to-do list. And likewise, scavenger hunts, Griffin school gear, search the Lord's castle. I've got a pass to cross the Pontar right now. 2 in fact, so I should be good. I am highly attracted to this. So, this one is still far beyond what I can do right now, but I'm intrigued, because Griffin school gear means this has got to be the steel sword. So in the grand scheme of things, I think, Roach, we have our heading. It's time to go all the way back to the Hangman's Tree. Which, now that I think about it, now that I've had a little bit more time to think, a single, dead-ish tree in the middle of nowhere with no other trees around it. Yeah, this tree is pretty fitting to be a hangman's tree. Even though I dislike the whole idea of it being a hangman's tree, but hey, what could you possibly want? Anyway, the weather is horrible, it's slowly getting nighttime, and that means we are bound to get into trouble. So, as we slowly continue, as we hopefully encounter no further issues along the way, like I'm waiting for the monsters to arrive, basically. And I'm also waiting for the fact that I'm going in the completely wrong direction. That's not where I want to be. This is where we want to go. So, if we... Are you? Okay. Did not see him. But now I do. Greetings, are you a bandit? No. If anyone's fucked, you're fucked. How about you just don't say that I'm fucked? And we'll just do it like this. Ooh, hey, there's a person in distress. Ooh, that's even better. Okay, how about this? No. You really want to run up to a witcher who just blasted you off of your very own horse and you think you're gonna win? Dear oh dear. They're getting more and more stupid as the days pass by. Greetings. Does any of you have bow and arrow and that kind of stuff? Yup, this bastard is conjuring, and he is completely, I'd like to add, wrecking you. There we go. See, your friend over there, who's trying to shoot arrows at me, well, he has not learned about my Quen shields. No, no. You, good sir.
Good.
Geralt, I only heard you say good. Well, I know that you said it was not good. So, how about... Ooh, how about... I'm conjuring, yes. And I'm conjuring up a storm. Well, I've got legs. I've got bollocks. Your friend doesn't have bollocks. Neither do you. Or, well, maybe you do. Maybe you do. That's my torch. I would like to shoot you with a crossbow. That's much more satisfying. Alright, well, good sir. Or good no, it's good sir. Give me one moment. I'm still dealing with the rest of your friends. Kill you and dump you in the ditch. I think I did that to you just now. And likewise to your friend.
Kill the gods. 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 Ki
Oh, I love the gods, alright. I love the gods because they are on my side. You really should have prayed more, friend. Really should have prayed more. So, is that all of them? I think that is all of them. Yup, that be all. Alright, well, time to not let you wait for too much longer. I'm gonna let you wait a tiny bit longer because there's a note here. Unsent letter, yet again. My dear Helki, remember when you said, Isbor, don't go robbing folk. The gods don't like it. And besides, only refugees on the road these days, and they're even poorer than us. Do you remember that? Well, how you were cross that I shirked working in the fields and didn't bring a scrap home to put in the pot? Well, you are gonna have to eat those words, my dear. Gobble them all up with a hearty slice of humble pie and some baked crow on the side. Baked crow? Well, I guess that's what you might like. Yesterday we cornered this merchant, and not a Gorsvelen or Brennerman, but from Nilfgaard itself, you see. From the city of Golden Towers. Didn't speak much common, but enough so we'd understand each other. He said he was carrying some goods to the Black One's camp. We took everything he had, and I'm telling you, Helkid, dearest, you've never seen so many crowns in your life, nor could you ever hope to count that high. Now, we're going to rough him up a bit more to make sure he hasn't hid some of his gold or goods. Once we cut off his thumbs, he'll spill the beans about any extra treats stashed in the soles of his boots. And once Mirko scalds him a bit, he'll tell us all about the precious stones he's got sewn in the feedback. Might tell us a great many such things of interest. In fact, you never know just what till you try. Tell the young'uns Da's gonna be home soon. I'm afraid Da has made some horrible life choices and the gods were not on his side. That he will bring them toys and treats and they'll eat so many honey cakes that tummies are gonna burst. For you, Helke, I'll bring a silver necklace and a brooch. Because, while you can be awful cruel at times, I still love you, you naughty bint. Isbor. P.S. Throw on that night skirt with the lace and red beads for my arrival, and color up your kisses somewhat. I think it's a good idea that this letter has never been sent. Because seriously. Oh dear. Greetings, good sir. Oh, excuse me? I'll get to you shortly. I apparently forgot about the whole idea of me requiring the key. But I'll find it. I'll find it right here. So, meanwhile, how was your day? And likewise, I can't help but wonder, now that we're standing here. Okay, it's a cage made out of wood. Perfect. How did they get that cage all the way over here? They have a few carts, but who makes a wooden cage like this? Anyway. Greetings! Greetings. What? You're not gonna speak my language? Not gonna tell me where you're gonna go? Now I feel like following you all the way.
From his stall by the bridge across the Pontar. Got goods for the army mostly. I'll make an exception for you.
Okay, see, now that's the information I was waiting for. And you're gonna walk all across the bridge. Cross the bridge here? Well, I'll let you set up camp and such. Then I will go and check out your gear. Oh. Do we have a silly bandit? Have we really got a silly bandit? We've got a silly bandit! Yes, that's what I thought. I'm sorry. If you were here a few minutes ago, you could have joined your friends. Oh, I'll just send you after them. Anyway, treasure. That's what we're looking for right now. Surely you guys must have had some. Starting with Quicksilver Solution. And obviously, a few more pockets to rummage through. You guys had a nice little encampment here. Made use of, well, everything that was in the area, but No proper treasure. Or I'm desperately missing something. But most just old sheepskin and... well, just old sheepskin, basically. Ah well, you can't have it all. Anyway, that brings us right towards this battlefield, and there's a lot more old sheepskin here, but no one has looted this yet. Oh, and are we dealing... oh, please tell me you did not murder my merchant friend. Oh, you're guard dog. I really hope you're guard dog. You never know the difference. Alright, well, that is that. Roach is behind me, that's fine. Let's talk with our friend over here and tell him the good-ish news. You're my merchant.
Greetings.
Hi! Show me your wares, please.
Wouldn't mind a look at your stock.
Were you the merchant that I just saved? I don't think you are. I honestly can't tell. But doesn't matter. I do think I want to sell you a few swords. Even though you might not pay me top coin for it, it lessens my load. Thank you, good sir.
Farewell.
But he's not the merchant that we just saved. They look alike now and then, but... yeah. Anyway.
Master Witcher, there's an elven burial ground in the caverns nearabouts mid-copse, and a heap of monsters roaming about it.
I have heard the tale. I've been there, and...
See, you're a man well travelled, so tell me, should I beat the wench once a week?
Crack your skull open.
Excuse me, what am I doing? I wanted to complain about your guard dogs making an awful noise. Oh dear. Anyway.
Used to be wagons showed on market days, loaded with all kinds of fat. Smoked bacon,
Many more
lard.
traders here.
We can't lose hope.
You can't enter, witch hunters. Brilliant. No, who I'm looking for is not you with your fancy little blade. I'm looking for
Master the trade keeps the hunger at bay.
you over here, captain of the guard.
You're back, finally. Did you get the beast?
Yeah, about that. Do I want to tell him that there was Scoia'tael there instead of a beast? That would be betraying the Scoia'tael. That would just cause more conflict. Nope. I think in this case I'm willing to take the loss.
No. Searched the woods, didn't find a thing. Might have moved on.
That, or you're one shite witcher.
Maybe.
What are you still doing here? You're not getting any coin. Just a kick in the arse if you're lucky. Get lost.
Well, the joke's on you, my friend, cause I got a pass. And over here is burying the dead after the riots. In light of yesterday's incident and conflict between men from Eden and Temeria that caused it, refugees are hereby ordered to separate into groups based on country of origin. Whoever fails to heed this will be banished from the camp. Commander Hubert Roden. Family missing name's Bert Smith, born in Meadton, in Lower Temeria. Looking for my family. We got separated on our way north. Oh boy. Well, that's the thing, isn't it? Anyway, that be the Woodland Beast contract finally gone. I may not have gotten paid for it, but hey, I don't care too much about that. So that leaves us right here in the middle of nowhere, basically. Possibly being able to cross the Pontar. And I am kind of curious, how would that go? We can go back at any given point in time.
You look awful.
You look worse. We can go anywhere we want at any point in time. You can easily return. You look even more awful, good sir. Apparently that's a new thing, trying to cross the bridge by staying
Halt!
in the
No
bridge.
passage. Bridge is closed.
Not for
Because-
me.
Cause King Radovid said it should be. Won't let anyone through who don't have a pass.
That means the gate is still open. So, pray do tell, how would I get a pass?
Who issues these passes?
Why, you need to know. Your kind don't get passes anyway.
No?
Not the right type.
Are you sure about that, good sir? Honestly. Just tell me who issues the passes.
Come on. Give it a good think. I'm sure you know where I can get a pass.
Yeah. Royal officials issue them. But they're also available on the black market.
From who?
Don't know the names. Ask folk around the crossings. They'll know more.
Well, that's
Do
fine.
just that.
But-
Farewell.
Look how I'm still standing here. Because you may say thou shalt not pass. Well, you said my kind does not get any passes.
Oh, it's you. Can't let you pass without a pass.
Well, how about I wave this pass right in your face? Got this one from the bloody Baron himself.
Perfect. Just so happens I have a pass.
What? Let me see.
You might want to rethink stuff.
You never know. Alright, move on.
I think it's a good thing it's not forced. Well, good sir, I shall pass. Oh, got to love that. So, thou shalt not pass, eh? Thou shalt pass. The Verdanian army had placed blockades on the crossing of the Pontar, something which at one point proved quite inconvenient to the Witcher. The guards refused to let him cross without showing a special pass issued by High Command. Luckily, Geralt managed to get his hands on just such a pass and from then on could cross the Pontar border at will. I hope he did not abuse this privilege, jumping back and forth across the border, making faces at the poor wretches stuck on one side and taunting the guards who had no right to stop his antics. He mentioned nothing of the sort, true, but that's just the kind of thing one might choose to keep to himself. Well, I will gladly make faces towards that silly guard. But anyway, we're at the border post right now. There be Long Rube. That's where I get that stuff. There is supposed to be guard dogs running around the place, making me a little bit afraid. Whose steel? Your steel? I can handle it. Where would the merchant be? Because right now I want to visit him. I want to see where he is. And likewise, this little place. Border post. A small isle stuck in the river's central current. And an ideal place for bleaching cloth. Apparently. But you guys have this completely protected. And what about all the other areas? Like, there are many more places where you can cross the Pontar. You've got guards everywhere? Oh, who knows. Anyway, it is late. So if there even is a merchant here, he's probably not around here right now. Which means I'm gonna sit by the fire. I'm gonna meditate for a little bit till at least it is daytime. And then we shall continue. Search for our merchant friend and then return. Because we got some Griffin gear to find. Good morning, Sunday morning. And there be many a soldier around, but no merchant by the looks of things. Well, in which case... Okay, I'm in the guard encampment right now. How does one get to the normal area? Where? Like, oh, excuse me? Do I need to follow this path across? Oh, I'm not even getting close to you, good sir. I'd have no reason to even want to get close to you. Oh boy, they got a lot of soldiers here. Makes sense, obviously, but... Yeah, greetings?
Go away.
Sure, I'll go away. And I'll return in a few minutes.
Come through.
Yup, obviously.
Long live, etc.,
Etc, etc. Where is this merchant? He said he would set up camp beyond the bridge. But I don't see a single thing. He's not in here, is he? There's not even a door to this place. Or am I not seeing it? This place has a door, but it be locked. Alright. And where I don't want to run all the way to Novigrad right now. But he's probably somewhere around here. Ah, boy. Well, you know what? Fine, fine. I can't find him. He's probably at some other side of the bridge. Who knows? Or we already talked to him. I don't even know. Well. I'm walking here. Yeah. We're gonna return. We're gonna bother the guards a little bit more. Ooh, this isn't even a normal bridge. Just a bridge made with boats. It works as well. But yeah. Anyway, we got some Witcher gear to find. So, all we need to do is keep on moving forward. And then we should somehow get to this place. There is a bridge of some sort, so this would sort of function as a mode of some sort. Would there be Redanian soldiers there as well? Because it seems to be some kind of crossing. And likewise, might there still be anything of value to me around here? Like, sure, the battlefield has probably been picked clean by everyone, but hey, that does not have to mean there is absolutely nothing of value. And are there people there? Is that a... Well, what am I looking at? It's not people. Well, it is people, but... it's just a cart in the water. Okay. Well, anyway. This be the place we need to be at. But what would I guess is the chance that there are monsters around here? I'd say that chance is quite high. That sounds like insectoids. And I got my oil right over here. Ooh, I should... Yeah, I think the time is right to improve my steel sword right here. Don't need to use those. I got 2 of these. That will be very well used. And the silver sword... could use a little bit of improvement as well. A little bit. Good enough. So, how do we get across here without impaling ourselves? Just like this. What exactly are we dealing with? Endrika? Endrika warrior. At least it's not an Arakas, which is fine. But that's still at least a little bit problematic. You don't underestimate them. So, where can we best fight you? Like, right over here? Or... Where are you? Where are you? Where are you? All the way over there. Who wants to play? Who wants to play?
What now, you piece
And
of
the workers. If I can take you 2 out before your big friend joins. Oh god, there's 2. There's 2. There's 2 Endrika warriors. Okay, okay, this is fine. This is fine. This is fine. One of them is getting blasted. And so are you. There we go. And now for our big friend over here. Are you doing okay, good sir? Yes, you are. Come on. And get zapped. That honestly works amazingly. And there's a blue mutagen. Can never have enough of that. So, you guys were protecting this. That means there might still be more Endrika around. But this place, what do we know about this lord's castle, Hindhold? This watchtower used to protect barges traveling between Oxenfurt and Novigrad. It once even boasted a bridge connecting the 2 sides of the river. But now it stands abandoned and neglected, its bridge a collapsed ruin. So with monsters being around here, there is not a single chance the Redanians are protecting this, right? So theoretically, if one is capable of making it across the ruins of the bridge, they could actually make it across the Pontar? Like, what kind of protection are we talking about? There's some stuff here. I'll check out the tower first and then I'll check out the sides. But it remains a thing that a small envoy of warriors, stealthy thieves and whatnot, they could make it across without having a pass. And thus could get right into the middle of it all. Now, what have we got? Lesser Glyph of Axii, Tracker Gauntlets. I'll take it. Dwarven Spirit, a Vial. But you. Sidarian Cavalry Armor. I'm curious. We have not had that one before, and it is a relic. It's not as good as what we got, but just because I'm curious as to how it looks. It's acceptable, I guess, but... yeah, okay. For some reason, I'm like, does this look better than the Griffin armor? Maybe a little bit. They're on equal terms, in my opinion. But the gate be closed, so if people even wanted to get across... but they could squirm underneath here, so that still leaves the plan of, hey, a small envoy, a small group of secretive warriors clad in dark clothing, they could make it through. Hardened leather, goat hide. Well, we might be getting more and more stuff, but currently this is not pointing me in any direction in regards to possible Witcher gear. But you might. Anok map Tead Mork. Okay, the book is burned, only a few pages are still intact. Yviz, whatever. I can't read this. But someone else might be able to. Maybe if I go and revisit the Scoia'tael that we found before. Maybe they will know. But other than that, I see some treasury right up here. Come on. Freya's warrior's armor, swordsman boots, Florence. I mean, that's handy. Timber. What would that look like? Again, it's not as good as what I got, but... you know what? That doesn't look all too bad. But it's not as good as what I got. And that's the most important thing. So, that's all nice and dandy, but no Witcher gear. Could we find that further up? Can we even make it further up? Can I burn this away without face planting inside of the cobwebs? Nope. We're gonna walk right through. That's a harpy. That's a harpy. That sounds like a harpy, which was a hybrid. And luckily, I've got some hybrid oil. Of course, they like shiny stuff. But the diagram isn't shiny. So that means there must be other shiny stuff. Oh, I could blast that open. There's a monster nest here. Okay. Well, I can deal with that. All we gotta do is prepare and... you know what? I wonder, can I defeat you without art? There's a lot of you. Dear oh dear. Well, not my problem. I'll just smack you out of the sky. Okay, maybe a little bit less cockiness. Come on. You want to play? There we go. Yeah, you don't stand a chance. Are you really gonna abandon the elements of surprise? And the element of your flight? You know what? Fine. 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 Just go down. Ah, harpies. Gotta love them. But there was a monster nest here. Oh, there's more? Friends! You kind of missed the party. It's really a shame. You all should just come together towards me at once, then I will kill you all at once. But sure. Let's green mutagens and blue mutagens for days though. Dear oh dear. And I can improve all of those. Or combine them, make them better. And we can climb up even further. That's good, that's good. Does it lead
Harpies got their nest
anywhere
here.
else? Well, I think the point that there were this many harpies before kinda signified that possibility of there being a nest here. But you, Witcher George's confession. Okay, Kaviri Cutlass, Amethyst Dust. What kind of confession? I, the undersigned George of Kagan, a Witcher by trade, testify as follows. While traveling through Velen, I received a summons to provide professional testimony in the matter of the accused Bartoslav of Luffield. This Bartoslav stands accused of causing several shipwrecks near the lighthouse, which it is his duty to keep. Ships led astray by errant signals from his lighthouse have repeatedly smashed against rocks near the shore, and the lighthouse keeper is held to be responsible for this state of affairs. During the trial, Bartoslav testified that he was diligent in the fulfillment of his duties and that the accidents were caused by night wraiths deceiving sailors with their false glow. Having investigated the area, I can testify that I found no trace of night wraith activity. There are likewise no sign of noon wraiths, mammunes, nymphs, or any other specters in the habit of misleading weary travelers journeying by foot, sea or horse. So this lighthouse that we encountered. I did however find the catastrophe's true cause. They were not the fault of the night wraiths blamed by the accused, but neither were they the fault of the lighthouse keeper himself. The accidents were caused by local hooligans who had taken to lighting fires on the hill at night and then robbing the ships that subsequently wreck upon the shore. I was put on their trial by Bartoslav's son, who showed me the ashes from their misleading fires. We've also seen one of those. My testimony shows that the lighthouse keeper Bartoslav of Luffield is not guilty of the crimes of which he stands accused, and he should be freed. I also humbly ask for the bailiff to put the lighthouse keeper and his family under his protection, for in light of the revelations Bartoslav's son led me to discover, there will surely be certain parties with cause for vengeance. I cannot undertake the task of protecting the family myself, for I have accepted a contract to kill a dragon said to be lurking atop the Crookback Hills, and so must return there post-haste to kill the beast and complete my task. Signed, George of Kagan, Witcher. Transcribed by Vincenzo Stock, marched to the Royal Prefecture in Gorsvellen. That explains a lot. So the lighthouse that we thus encountered, it's basically what happened long after. Like, we don't know how many years ago Witcher George died, but yeah. You, however, Ballstick's letter, I'll take that in a bit. It were night wraiths, but we saw remains of possible fires on the outskirts. So when sailors and such thought that they had the lighthouse in sight, they instead saw the fires and they thus crashed right against the rocks of the lighthouse itself. It's kinda smart, kinda brutal, but luckily, well, the guy responsible for the lighthouse fire, he got kinda rescued by our Witcher George. And Ballstick's letter. And a Witcher diagram. May the gods smile on you and me, miss. Now I'm asking you to read this careful, for what I got to say is important. Soon as you set hands on this writing, gallop off to that fence Kramer, what's based in Maribor. Tell him we've got some first-class gear and Witcher sword diagrams to sell. I can see you now, scratching your head, or more likely your arse, and asking, did I hear that right? You sure did. 'Twas my luck to come to care for a Witcher, or got one foot in the grave and the other hovering right above. I was sat there looking at the poor man's suffering agony and thought to myself, he don't need this kid and these papers where he's going. Well, for us, that's the fixings we need to get us started in the world of business. If we sell them for the right price, that is. I hear you fretting, so stop. I didn't take everything. In fact, nobody will even realize all of his shite's missing. Sad though, ain't it? This Witcher's a good man. First he helped the Baronet solve the riddle of that lighthouse what was sending ships into the rocks. Then he killed that dragon that ate all the peasants. Problem is, a dragon's no easy pickings, and our valiant hero got quite the licking taking out of it out. What? Quite the licking taking it out. Never heard of that before. He's done for, that's for certain. So soon as they bury him in the tomb on Crookback Hills, I'll head straight to your place. Come to think of it, I'm curious how they'll put him in that crypt at all. For words a vampire made it his lair. So you're telling me that thing was there all along, and they just... Oh boy, that's an insult to a witcher, getting buried with a vampire. P.S. I also lifted a few flasks of the Witcher, but since they're like not to survive the journey, reckon I'll sample them myself and see how Witcher Hooch goes down. Oh no, you didn't. Maybe we'll make a business out of that too. Your brother-in-law, a ball stick. You drank Witcher potions and died because of it. Ah, dear oh dear. God. Haven't you ever heard of the tales? Witcher potions are not meant for humans. God.
Someday people might learn, but for as long as they don't, well, if we ever want to try and assassinate someone, we should totally offer them one of our decoctions. I am sure that they will find it to die for.